money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Hey, Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Boy, that boy Boosie stayed with some drama. Bush cracking around his name. I don't know how, why. It's never just smooth selling over there with Boosie. Oh, my mama. And it seemed like he always getting worked out of some money. And now they saying a lawyer or somebody got him for like 300, 600 bands. I'm not sure if it was a lawyer. It's been a lawyer in time past. I've heard him out here complaining about. But this time, he paid somebody some big bands that allegedly looked like guaranteed him a pardon from Trump. He didn't get it. Now he crying foul ball. But it looked like they got their T's crossed and their I's dotted. And Boosie was fucking around on the level he wasn't really ready for. But let's check it out, man. Oh, my mama. I think they got your boy, though.
I gotta ask you, I know you wanted to hire someone to help you, hopefully get a pardon from President Trump. How is that going? Are you working on that still, or?
Well, I got sentencing on the 21st.
Okay.
I'm still working on it. I'm still trying. As you know, my voice is a loud voice, so I'm still gonna be asking for the president for a pardon. Right now, I don't have it, but I'm confident about my situation. I feel good about my situation.
Hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed not to be in prison right now. Everybody calling for me right now, cross seas, but I'm gonna have to wait on a pardon for that. So praying for a pardon,
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as Boosie has found himself all over the timelines, on the websites, the news, the Twitters, the Instagrams, and in the headlines for the capital C's once again. And there's several levels and layers to this when you breaks it all the way down, because he actually knew that this news was going to break today. He had went up on Twitter and spoke about this lawsuit that he's having going on right now. And as the news came out, Boosie got finessed and the play ran on him for $600K for a fake presidential pardon, and they smelt him in his desperation from a mile away. And this is just how the game go when they see you as that, because when you look at these two dudes with Jack Berkman and Jacob Wall, everybody who just knew about them already, you knew that this was somebody you wouldn't want to do any type of business with, and they not finna have no real power inside of the White House to get you a pardon. But to even give them money, knowing that they run frauds and scams, you could have just Googled their name in this situation. And I put that clip right there in the beginning.
But it seemed like, and no hate, Boosie seemed like the type of nigga that's easy to get because he got a few dollars and he think he getting access to something no other nigga had access to. He seemed like a perfect mark target for that.
In it to show that was from 2025 last year, right before his sentencing. Boosie was like, yeah, I'm in contact, we working on a pardon and things like that. And he had went up there with the proper people who work in that department before, but to my understanding, he went with these dudes who was never gonna give him anything. Well, he paid them $600K for this pardon, saying that they was gonna make it happen for him, told them that they was done, the deal was sealed, but it was all fake and nothing about it was real. And the write-up says, Boosie Bad A says he paid big money for a presidential pardon, but now he's claiming all he got was a massive bill and an empty promise, and he wants a big refund. According to a bombshell notice report, the rapper is taking legal action against political operatives Jacob Wall and Jack Berkman after allegedly shelling out $600,000 to help secure a pardon from President Trump. One Boosie says never came. The report says Boosie, whose legal name is Torrance Hatch, struck a deal with the pair last fall after they pitched themselves as having major pull inside Trump's orbit. Boosie claims they were so confident they acted like they had POTUS on speed dial. Things allegedly escalated on New Year's Day when Boosie's lawyer got a call claiming Trump had already signed the pardon and the White House just hadn't announced it yet. But according to the report, the pardon never surfaced, and Boosie is now trying to recover $300K under a clause in the contract requiring half the fee be refunded if no pardon was delivered. Berkman and Wall allegedly refused to pay, arguing no refund agreement existed, and later claiming their firm was effectively broke after millions in fines tied to past legal troubles. Berkman tells TMZ, Boosie has no reason to be unhappy. In 30 years of lobbying, I doubt we have ever done more work and harder work. The provision in the contract he is referencing was never agreed to at all. The other factor is that Boosie's quest for a pardon was made much tougher by an arrest for an alleged crime of violence in Texas earlier this year. We tried very, very hard. The report also says a White House official
will have to take his L, man. Take your L. You got in more trouble, made it hard as hell. It's crazy. Now you crying.
flatly denied the duo had any role in the pardon process, saying the clemency team had never heard from Wall or Berkman and warning their involvement would actually hurt someone's chances of getting a pardon. Boosie ultimately didn't receive clemency, though he later received a sentence of time served on his federal gun case and remains hopeful a separate pardon application filed directly with the White House will eventually succeed. For now, Boosie's biggest legal battle isn't a pardon, it's getting his money back. We reached out to Wall, so far no word back. And the contract is actually on the POTUS website, and at the bottom right there, you can see non-refundable portion. 300,000 United States dollars of the retainer fee is non-refundable and shall be considered.
Signed that, bro. You signed that. It's a wrap. They got you. Got to be more careful.
Earned in full. Now, the other part of it was talking about the services and saying that this is a it's just the word semantics in it. So Boosie is trying to get 300,000 out of that, off of that particular part of that contract right there. Like, well, hey, this the loophole we got to make y'all have to pay 300,000 back. But they running with the play. We ain't got the money no way, as expected. But when you look at these dudes' rap sheets, bro, just read this stuff. Jacob Wall is an American far-right conspiracy theorist, fraudster, and convicted felon. Operating alongside his frequent partner, Jack Berkman, he is notorious for orchestrating high-profile smear campaigns, fabricated legal hoaxes, and illegal voter suppression operations. 2025, Michigan voter intimidation sentence. In December 2025, Wall and Berkman were sentenced to 1 year probation by
and took your little bread and put it in Bitcoin or something.
Michigan court after pleading no contest to election law violations and computer crimes. They orchestrated a robocall scheme targeting nearly 12,000 predominantly black residents in Detroit to scare them away from mail-in voting.
Been at the center of a voting robocall scam in Detroit and other cities have been ordered to call back their victims.
U.S. District Court in New York ordered Jack Berkman and Jacob Wall to make.
He's supposed to be this slick ass street savvy businessman, and he's some straight crooks preying on black poverty. And this nigga gonna walk them in over $500,000. Man. Hey, Rob B, hey, take mine, please. And Boosie, you gotta know, you see a nigga behaving certain ways on the sidelines of NBA games, you gotta add it all up character-wise, man. You a cheerleader or a gangster, man?
The follow-up calls by 5 p.m. tomorrow, and the calls must inform victims that the message they received regarding mail-in voting was illegal and that it contained false information. Both men face voter intimidation and bribery charges, both in Detroit and Cleveland.
Both of their rap sheets, bro, they just come up with plays and scams and finesses. Even on the POTUS write-up, they say that Boosie and them was like, man, they was super aggressive when they came with the approach. Of course, because they was like, hey, they looked at your desperation, just keeping it all the way 100. They looked at like, oh, this dude don't want to go to jail. We know he got the money.
Look like some finessers. They finessed you. and you felt like Meek Mill, like you had some powerful white boys on your team. Damn.
Hey, we got somebody we think if finesse, we gonna draw up some contracts, make it look good and cool, and then guess what? We take the money, what they gonna do about it? All we gotta do is come back and say that we broke. Now, I'm not saying that Boosie should have been taken advantage of. I'm not saying that Boosie should have never went in to try to get a pardon. If you got the money and the resources, of course you're gonna try to go get a pardon if you can. Just keeping it all the way 100. I'm not telling you not to pay to stay free, but you got to do your research because of the simple fact, once you Google these two dudes' names, it's going to tell you everything you need to do because they got long rap sheets prior to 2025. I wouldn't have sent them $1. So I don't know who was advising Boosie in this situation. I've been seeing these two dudes, all these far extreme right dudes and lobbyists, bro, they always doing this type of stuff. So I'm like, what is Boosie thinking? Like, I would have told him, hey, bro, this is all you need to see with them right here. All that other stuff, nah, you just got to wait it out and see what happened. And it's crazy because Boosie had criticized Wayne and Kodak Black for endorsing Trump and going for the pardon, and he was willing to do the same, even paid.
I ain't know he did that. For real? Wow, look at this. Make you eat your words. Y'all knew that? Kodak Black calls out Boosie over Trump pardon situation. Then he immediately go beg Trump for a pardon. I'm just showing man, yeah, Boosie, come on.
600,000 for it. So it's like, this how the game work at times, bro. I'm not saying Boosie should have been taken advantage of. He should have done way more research. And really all it took was a couple minutes to say, something ain't right about these two right here. Why are they so specifically focused on helping me? Why do they want to stop me? Now, Boosie does have this new case, but that happened way after the pardon conversation was going on. That just happened Memorial Day, which he's facing that right now. He's supposed to go to court, I think, next month for that. Again, on a violation talk, possibly. Maybe they threw that out because he said he talked to his probation officer. Boosie just got a lot going on right now. He's heavy in the capital C's. I just tell anybody this, bro, before you send anybody some money, especially $600,000, you better make sure that they really connected with the right people. Because you're
oh God, because I don't see how he felt for that one, bro. That he was desperate. That guy found him in a desperate situation and hit him. He had the bread. I guess when you got that amount of bread that you could spend and not be broke, it's like shit. A motherfucker could sell you a dream. Buy all that bullshit ass jewelry. It's crazy. Damn. Hey, lick this ass.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple $, man. You're gonna feel different.
Thanks for letting that hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.